Okay, I promise I'll release my shit on Bandit Theory soon. It just needs a bit more work. But in the meantime, I thought I'd do something I'm trying to do every year. A Minecraft propaganda video. So, every year, for the next major Minecraft update, Mojang holds a vote. This vote determines which of these 3 biomes will receive an overhaul as part of the next update. Now, I'm telling you to vote for the mountains, and here's why. First, as of 1.14, they are a very boring biome. I mean, come on, they barely look like mountains. They're just rocky cliffs and hills. I mean, the official name of the biome was Extreme Hills until very recently, but they never got a visual upgrade to go with the new name of mountains. Out of the 3 options, the mountains is the only one that includes a massive terrain generation update. Jens and Agnes promising to give the mountains jagged snowy peaks and excellent views, and from the background picture I think we can all agree that generation looks amazing. I mean, come on, wouldn't you love to see that generation in vanilla Minecraft? Now, I know I used this argument last year, but mountains are the most common biome out of the 3. Well, you've probably only seen a handful of swamps and even fewer badlands/mesas. Mountains are everywhere. And because the mesa and swamps are so rare, if either of them win, playing through the average Minecraft world, you wouldn't notice much of a difference. Well, because the mountains are so common, the features that they add will be a lot more prominent in your average Minecraft world, thus changing the game in a bigger way and making the game much more interesting. Now let's talk about the Badlands/Mesa. This biome is already very interesting, so when you find one, you're pretty happy about it. Not only because of its rarity, but the Mesa already has a ton of really cool features, and that's exactly it. From the interesting block palette and terrain of the biome, to the above-ground mine shafts, the weird little oases, and the increased gold spawn rate, the biome is already a very cool place, versus the mountains, which in its current state are so boring and is in much greater need of an overhaul than the Mesa. Now let's talk about the vultures. Well, yes, they would be a cool mob. Their main gameplay mechanic is awful. Taking your stuff when you die? That's not Well, some may see it as adding extra challenge to the game. I see it as an obnoxious mechanic that will make a lot of people, including myself, furious. I'm already banging my head against my keyboard while frantically looking for my stuff as I'm watching the seconds count down till it inevitably despawns. So to throw a bird in there that will take my stuff and fly off somewhere with it, and in a best case scenario have to be found and then killed to retrieve the items, or in a worst case scenario, completely obliterate the stuff. That would drive me absolutely insane. So I know a lot of people are going to be voting for the swamp, and that one will probably win. But here's a few reasons why that's a bad idea. This option faces a few of the same problems as the Mesa, the mountains being much more common and the swamp already being packed with cool features, the slimes, the witch huts, and the unique terrain generation, etc. But the features that this option has to offer are actually pretty bland. Randomly spawning boats with chests in them? Okay, great, we have another way to find really mediocre loot. And this feature barely has anything to do with swamps. They could have easily just stuck it in with the 1.13 update and have the boats spawn in the oceans and nobody would think it's out of place. Okay, so now that trees in the swamps finally have their own wood types. Now, I've actually been wanting this feature for quite a while, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to, okay, we have another slightly different shade of planks to build our really ugly mansions with. Okay, well, my really ugly mansions with. I suck at building. But anyway, the other 2 options have much more interesting features than this. Now on to the frog. Okay, it's a pretty cool creature, but it seems to just hop around not doing much of anything apart from being an ambience mob, and be lumped in with the rest of Minecraft's useless mobs, like the bat, polar bear, llama, and panda. Now the goat, on the other hand, is a much more noticeable mob and seems to have a lot more potential than the frog, as I feel there's a lot more they could do with a goat than a frog. Maybe goat milk would make you immune to negative status effects given by foods like rotten flesh, spider eyes, or pufferfish. As cow milk clears effects, and goats do get a reputation for being able to eat almost anything, it would make sense for goat milk to make you temporarily immune to negative effects given by foods. So in conclusion, the swamp options are pretty bland compared to the others. The Badlands already have tons of cool features, and the mountains in their current form are pretty boring, and are in need of an overhaul the most. So before I go, I just wanted to thank you guys for 200 subscribers. I know it's not that many, but I'm pretty happy about reaching it. I mean, not to brag, but our channel's more than doubled in size since I posted my first Minecraft propaganda video last year. So thank you so much for all the support and nice comments on my recent videos. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, my Showdown Bandit theory is coming out soon, and don't forget to vote for the frickin' mountains.